Ministry people saved my life. I was homeless. I was sleeping inside a van with my 2 daughters. I was in the park and I noticed this big RV, and I noticed a van. And when I woke up and I saw that, I said, what's going on? And they said, hey, we're gonna get you off the street.
Outreach of the Night Ministry is incredibly important to what we do. It reaches people where they're at in their neighborhoods. So the Night Ministry doesn't make individuals come to them for services. We take the services to them.
We gather our supplies. In the winter, we get bundled up and ready to go out, and we load up the van and we head over and we try and get there about 8:25 in the evening. And then we set up the tables and we get things organized and we put out our signs and our flags. Around 8:30, we start serving food.
We distribute supplies and referrals for services and do pastoral care and safety planning and crisis intervention and harm reduction education.
This is the hygiene van officially. So basically it's kind of, your day-to-day toiletries, shampoos and soaps and deodorant and razors and things like that.
We do some acute care, like if asthma, infections, injury, minor injuries, stuff like that.
Wound management, diabetes care, stroke prevention, a lot of work with podiatry, and it's basic needs that we all take for granted.
There might be HIV testing going on. There might be a display someone's made about education, like getting into school or sexually transmitted diseases.
But it's all really informal, and we do it very relationally because the folks that we work with really, deserve to be treated as people in relationship with us. And
you guys have a good one.
We really have a good night. We really enjoy just kind of getting to be with people, and it's kind of sacred space for us.
I've been coming to the Night Ministry now for it's 10 years now.
The first resources they gave to me was shelters. That was because I'm a transgender female, so they introduced shelters that was open to transgender youth.
And I even made friends with half of the staff of the Night Ministry too. So like Sarah just passed us, I made friends with her.
But these people right here in the Night Ministry, to me, they're my family.
One guy who was here earlier tonight, we've spent a substantial amount of time working with his high school to help them be more sensitive to his needs and sort of more welcoming to him as a homeless student. We're asking him every day, how is it at school today? How was your day? We send him with, lunch and snacks and things like that, help him with his homework. When we met him, I think he was about 15, and that was 4 years ago, and this is his senior year, and he's about to graduate, and he invited us to come with him.
We serve anybody who comes to the youth outreach van or to the health outreach bus. We welcome them with open arms, and we serve them without question about why they're there or who they are or what their past is. What's most important is that they are there with us in that moment, and we are there with them. And we use that unconditional acceptance and affirmation of who they are as a means of building relationship.
The Night Ministry I think really appeals to me because of their attitude of acceptance and kind of meeting people where they are. I think it's a really big deal that they create a very inclusive environment and maintain relationships with people. So having volunteered consistently for the past 5 years, I've really gotten to see the impact that the organization has on people.
It shows that when you have this relationship-based approach and you don't treat people like a number, you form real human connections.
When I was working in the emergency room, they came onto my turf. This way, I am a guest on their turf. I go into their neighborhood and form a relationship with them.
It's reaching individuals where they're at on the streets at a time usually when they're in crisis and when they're lonely and they're in need of health care and they're in need of support, to be able to lift them up and help to provide them with the support that they need to be able to move on in their life.